メルってよく像作ってもらっているよね。
でも一番の理由は君が未来で一人ぼっちにならないようにするためかな。
何それ。
おとぎ話じゃない。僕たちは確かに実在したんだ。
Elaborate 3 stages of call. 1. Call 1960s until 1970. The first stage of computer-assisted language learning is called behavioristic call. This stage was influenced by behaviorist theories of learning, which believe that learning happens through repetition and reinforcement. The idea was that learners could develop good language habits by practicing the same language patterns many times. During this time, computers were used mainly to provide drills and practice exercises. These exercises were often very structured and controlled, meaning learners had to follow a set path without much freedom to explore or create their own sentences. For example, a learner might be asked to complete fill-in-the-blank exercises, match words with their meanings, or repeat sentences after hearing them. The computer would immediately tell the learner if the answer was correct or incorrect, which helped learners correct their mistakes right away. This instant feedback was one of the main advantages of using computers at this stage. However, the programs were quite simple and focused mostly on grammar and vocabulary accuracy rather than communication skills. The main goal was to help learners memorize language rules and practice them until they become automatic. 2. Communicative call 1970 until 1980. The second stage, communicative call, came about as language teaching methods changed. Teachers and researchers realized that learning a language is not just about memorizing rules but about being able to use the language to communicate with others. This stage focused on helping learners develop communicative competence, which means being able to understand and express meaning in real-life situations. Call programs during this period become more interactive and meaningful. Instead of just drills, learners were given tasks that required them to use language actively. For example, a program might simulate a conversation in a restaurant where the learner has to order food, or a situation where the learner asks for directions in a city. These activities encourage learners to produce language, not just recognize it. The computer became a tool to practice speaking, listening, reading, and writing in ways that were closer to real communication. This stage also introduced language games and problem-solving tasks that made learning more fun. Learners could practice language in context, which helped them understand how language works in everyday life. However, the technology was still limited, and many programs could not fully support natural conversation or complex interactions. 3. Integrative call 1990 until present. The third and current stage of call is called integrative call. This stage takes advantage of modern technology such as the internet, multimedia, and mobile devices to create rich and interactive learning environments. Interactive call combines different types of media, text, audio, video, and graphics to make learning more engaging and effective. For example, learners can watch videos of native speakers, listen to podcasts, participate in online discussions, and use language learning apps that include games, quizzes, and speaking exercises. The internet allows learners to connect with other language learners or native speakers from around the world through chat rooms, video calls, and social media. This makes language learning more social and collaborative. Integrative call also supports learner autonomy, meaning learners can choose what, when, and how they want to study. They can practice language skills anytime and anywhere, using smartphones, tablets, or computers. This test emphasizes authentic communication and cultural understanding, helping learners not only learn the language but also appreciate the culture behind it. Moreover, virtual classrooms and online courses have become popular, allowing teachers to provide lessons and feedback remotely. This flexibility has made language learning more accessible to people worldwide. The advantages and disadvantages of using technology in the process of language learning. First, the advantages. 1. Find answers instantly by searching online or asking AI. 2. The internet and AI are accessible 24/7 from almost anywhere. 3. Get access to many types of information like videos, articles, and interactive tools. Disadvantages. 1. Not all information online is true or accurate, so you have to be careful. 2. The internet has many things like games and social media that can distract from studying. 3. If there is no internet or power, you cannot access the information. New technology words. Phishing, a cyber trick where fraudsters send fake messages to steal your personal information or data like passwords. 5G, the fifth generation of mobile networks offering super fast internet and low lag for streaming and downloads. AI, artificial intelligence, computers that think and learn like humans, such as voice assistants like Siri. VR, virtual reality, a computer-generated world that feels real, often used with headsets for games or training. Cybersecurity, the practice of protecting computers and networks from hackers and data theft. Good morning. Today we are going to learn about this and this. This and this have same meaning. In Indonesia is ini, but they are completely different. Let's check it out. Remember ya, these for singular objects always followed by is. Here the example of this. First, the wrong example. These are a book. It's false cause use are. While the correct example is this is a book. There are is and a for singular objects. And then this book is new. This book is new. Is and this. Remember, right? That this always followed by is. This. Nah, this for plural objects always followed by are. So the objects of this always plural or jamak. Look at this. This is the example of the use of this. There are the wrong and the correct. The correct one, these are my books. This always followed by are and the objects always plural. Do you understand, guys? Now it's time for quiz. We are going to use this link, okay?